lessons. So these verses are enlightenment of Chitraketu Maharaj by Lord Ananta. So this verse is talking about, so this Chitraketu Maharaj has very unique life, ups and downs in his life, and Lord tells him that you are going to stay for some more time in this world before you can come back to me. So he will take birth as Vritrasur. We'll see that. And even in his demoniac body, he takes birth as a demon, Vritrasur. And then even in his demoniac body, he went back to Godhead. So in this verse, Lord is talking about the sleep and dream. So sleep and dream. So sleeping, so we'll talk about today about something about sleeping. Sleeping is not new to us. Like we sleep every day. All of us, we sleep every day. And as a conditioned soul, not only we sleep every day, we enjoy our sleeping like now. Sleep is one of those four things which are common between man and animals. Ahara nidra bhay mathunam cha. Saman hi etat pashubhir naranam. Dharmo hi eko adhiko vishesho. Dharmen hina pashubhi samana. So it says eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. These are four activities which are common among man and animal. These are common activities. What is how the man is different than the animal? Dharmo hitesham adhiko vishesho. Dharmo hitesham. So this is human being can perform this spiritual. Think about it, can perform devotional service. He can think about his spiritual life, can perform dharma, he can follow the scriptures and make his life successful. But here the sleep is the common activity. Sleep is one of those four activities here. And but sleep is so important to condition souls. Like this is where the night we don't get proper sleep, then our next day is not very good. We are not productive next day. We don't feel good next day. Like so sleeping. When we sleep, so sleep is so critical, important. And that's you see, like in the morning when we greet each other, like this is when we see someone, we greet each other. We ask him, oh, if Prabhuji, did you have good sleep in the night? So that sleep is so important. Many people have this sleeping issue. They have to take medicines. They have to take medicines to sleep in the night. They have due to their anxiety or some other health issues or medical problems, they are not able to sleep properly. So sleep of a conditioned soul, sleep like us, we are conditioned soul. So our sleep is the mundane. Our sleep is mundane. It puts us down. We are called that we are in tamo guna. Sleep is considered a tamo guna. Like now, we forget ourselves. Like now, when we sleep, we are in mode of ignorance. So this sleep, what it does, it binds us to this material world. It encages us. It's in mode of ignorance. So that is our sleep. But that the sleep of a pure devotee, the sleep of a pure devotee is nourishing. It rejuvenates him. Like now because his consciousness is fixed in the Lord. His consciousness is fixed in the Lord. So his sleep is like not like us. Like his sleep rejuvenates him, is ready to perform his spiritual duties. Like when he gets up, even in sleep, he remains like his consciousness remains Krishna conscious. Like before going to the sleep, during the sleep, and after they wake up. Like a lot of many sadhus, many sons, like we have heard that if they are chanting, they are taking the names of the Lord even in their sleep, because now their consciousness is so fixed, and then they are, it becomes second nature for them, so that's why they continue chanting even in their sleep. So this is the sleep of pure devotee. When it's nourishing, it rejuvenates them, so this is and so our sleep is different. When we sleep and what is our consciousness? Our thought process is, okay, let me have sleep, and next day morning I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I have to go to work, will finish this work, I have this important work to do. So this our consciousness is more material consciousness. We are more focused on enjoying our senses or doing activities which will result in later enjoyment of our senses. So this is the difference between the sleep of a conditioned soul and sleep of a pure devotee. Then Lord Narayan also sleeps. Now Lord Narayan sleeps, and we have the demigods, the devatas, they also sleep. And we hear that there's an Ekadashi which comes, it's called Devashayini Ekadashi. Devashayini Ekadashi, where all this Lord Narayan goes to take rest. He takes rest, and the demigods also go to take rest. And from Devashayini Ekadashi to Devothani Ekadashi, Uttan Ekadashi or Devothani Ekadashi, it comes after 4 months at the end of Chaturmash. We have this Devothani Ekadashi, and this period of 4 months, the Devashayini to Devothani Ekadashi, it is said that all these devatas, they go to sleep, they take rest. And that makes sense, because 1 year on the earthly planet is 4 months. 1 year is 1 day for the devatas in heavenly planets. Oh, sorry. 1 year here on the earthly planets is 1 day of devatas. So 4 months is their 8 hours. That's 8 hours night for them. So those 4 months of Devashayini to Devothani Ekadashi, that is the 8 hours of night time for the devatas, that they go to sleep. Lord Narayan's sleep. Lord Narayan also, we see that he takes rest starting Devashayini Ekadashi, and then he till the Devothani Ekadashi. But Lord Narayan's sleep is not same as our sleep. It's not same. His sleep is called Yoga Nidra. He does not go. When we sleep, we forget everything. We forget our present situation. We forget ourselves. We forget all our that we who we are, even in the bodily platform, so we forget ourselves, but Lord Narayan's sleep is called Yoga Nidra. Lord is fully conscious of everything. He and for him, for Lord Narayan, this the 4 months is a very it's 8 hours for devatas, but for Lord Narayan, Lord, this time is very short. This is not. It seems like a long time to us for 4 months, but as we go higher in this Brahmanda, the time scale changes. Time scale changes. This is, and as we go lower in this Brahmanda, the time scale gets less and less. It's like our 1 year is 1 day of devatas, but if you go in Patal Lokas and all, our 1 year is like 15 years for in the lower planet. So as we go down, the time scale is even further further time scale is different, like, no, so they're our 1 year, maybe they're 15 years of time there. So that's a idea. This is how this Brahmand is designed, from higher to lower planets. And we know that Brahmaji is like one day is even is 1,000 Chaturyugas is Brahmaji's 112-hour stay. So that's the in Jagannath. So sleeping, the Lord's sleep is transcendental. Lord's sleep is transcendental. Lord's sleep is called Yoga Nidra. He didn't, and we see that if you in Jagannath Puri temple, or they have this beautiful detailed ritual, not the ritual, but of procedure, like now, which takes place for making when the Lord goes to sleep, like now. So they do this whole sleeping procedure for Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra deities, like now, for Lord Jagannath in Jagannath temple. So this is I heard from I was heard from a devotee that he was talking that he happened to be in Jagannath Puri during that time, or he attended that sleeping procedure of. I'll share what I heard from him. So this is the last Shringar of the day of Lord Jagannath. It's called Bada Shringar Vesh. It's called Bada Shringar Vesh. And is Bada Shringar Vesh, Lord wears that tie and dye Odia local traditional uh, cloth, like traditional, not cloth, it's tie and dye cloth in locally made in Odisha. And he wears a dress made of that. It's very, very colorful. And then it a flower decoration on top of it. And it's full of colorful flowers like that. He looks so beautiful. And this Bada Sringar Vesh is the not only the last Shringar of the day before Lord goes to take rest, but this is also the best darshan of the Lord. So, but this is what they do. They also, when they prepare, there's a whole elaborate procedure for making Lord or getting Lord ready to go to sleep, like now. And even that, like it happens in the night time, like now. This is then Geet Govinda, Jayadev's Geet Govinda, that is also put it like that's like kind of woven in the Lord's dress, like now. And then bhoga is offered, and then the bhoga is offered. There is no arati that time in the night. So, but Lord had no fixed sleeping time, like no. So he was talking. The devotee said that he was talking to the Panda and asking him, and that he was told that Lord had no fixed sleeping time. It's not like our ISKCON temple. So it's ISKCON temple. Lord has got the Sandhya Arti, Shayana Arti, and so like everything is fixed. Like, everything is scheduled, like no, and Lord goes to sleep on the same time every day. But in Jagannath Mandir, in Lord is his he does not have any fixed sleeping time, like now. Whenever Lord wants, he goes to sleep. It's very unpredictable, right now. So this is, sometimes he sleeps at 10 o'clock, sometimes he's 11, sometimes even at 2 o'clock in the morning, like so. It depends on so the deities, like no. So it's very amazing, like now, how this deity decide when the Lord decides when he wants to go to sleep. So this is Prabhuji who was telling me this story. He said, I went at 8 o'clock. When I went at 8 o'clock, the door was the first door, which is like next to or close to that Arun Stambh. that stump which was half closed. This is the door was half closed, and then he asked the devotees, the people there, like, no, why this door is half closed? And the lords, when the sleeping procedure began, then door is half closed. So this is, and he saw that like. He was expecting that there will be no crowd in the night time, like, because most of the daytime Jagannath temple is very crowded. A lot of people are visiting to take his darshan. He was expecting that in the night time, like, there will be not many people, but the whole hall was packed up. It was full, and that procedure of getting Lord ready to go to sleep went on for 1.5 hours. So this is and there's a like group of devotees. They were singing near the altar. They're singing the beautiful bhajans, different bhajans, and as the procedure was being performed by those pujaris, this singing team or kirtan team was singing different prayers, different bhajans, and a deity. Then after some time, they brought a deity of brought a deity which was like they say he was like this big, like, which is maybe of 1 feet or 1.5 feet in length. And thus he asked around, what is this deity? Who's this deity? And he was told that this is the deity of Nidra Devi. So Nidra Devi, the deity of Nidra Devi, or and it's an 8-handed Lord Vishnu's form. The 800 Lord Vishnu's form along with Mother Lakshmi. So that's that deity, and that's called deity of Nidra Devi. And that deity is brought and he kept next to the Lord Jagannath's deity. And the idea is that deity confirms that all these conditions are good for Lord sleep there, like now. And then there are 3 beds are brought. These are jeweled beds. The 3 beds are, and they're kept in front of the Ratna Vedi, that Lord's altar. And this the deity of Nidra Devi is taken from the altar, and they put it on in a sleeping posture. They put it on this one Lord Jagannath's bed after for some time, and then that the deity is taken away, and all these devotees, they are given darshan of this deity of Nidra Devi. And this deity of Nidra Devi, then they take it back to their storeroom. Like, so that is the whole process. And they offer that bhoga to the Lord. And that bhoga is in the night time. They do the after the bhoga at the end, before before lights are turned off. If the lights go off, the Lord is offered that green coconut, and that pan with the supari, that pan with betel nuts. So that is the whole procedure, and the lights are turned off. The lights are turned off, and all the devotees, they are asked to leave because Lord has gone to, the Lord is taking rest. The doors are closed, lights went off, all the devotees are escorted to the main door outside, and the Kirtan team is keeps on singing till all the devotees, the last devotees out of the temple. So this is Prabhuji told me that he was singing next to this Kirtan team came out. They were at the main door. They were waiting for all these devotees to go out. That time he was standing next to them and he was trying to listen what kind of bhajan they are singing. And he said, I heard that they were singing beautiful lines. Says, Sri Hari Govinda Vaman Ram. Sri Hari Govinda Vaman Ram. Ganga Tulsi Shaligram. So this is the line he could remember that they were singing. Sri Hari Govinda Vaman Ram. Ganga Tulsi Shaligram. They were singing that till all the devotees were out. That is how it's a very elaborate procedure of Lord. The Lord sleep, going to sleep. The Lord's sleep is transcendental. Lord's not only sleeping, Lord's waking up is also transcendental. There's an elaborate procedure to wake the Lord up in the morning. So this is Lord's sleep is called Yoga Nidra. He is always, he does not forget anything. He is always conscious of everything. Our sleep is called ignorance. Our sleep is called ajnana. In the tamas, we forget everything like forgetfulness. So this is, Prabhupada says that this human and animal, they have these four traits, four activities common, right? Ahara, nidra, bhaya, mathunam cha. But dharmen hina pasubhi shamana. It says like if only one, the human beings, dharmo hi eko adhiko vishesho, unless we control these four things, we cannot be liberated. We cannot come out of this conditioned life and become liberated. We have to control all these four things: eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So this is Lord's devotees. Like now, once they do that. They have, Bhagavad Gita says that yukta har viharasya yukta chestasya karmasu yukta swapna abodasya yoga bhavati dukkha. So yukta har viharasya. Bhagwan कह रहे हैं Bhagavad Gita में, what is saying? Yukta har viharasya. If you want to mitigate all your material pains, you have to control these. Yukta har viharasya, yukta chestasya karmasu, yukta har viharasya. So you have to control your eating, sleeping, recreation, karmasu, the work. So you all have to control that, like, no. And when you do that, that's called, how can you do that? You have to regulate these activities, and that's called practicing the yoga system, and that will help you to get out of this conditioned life. And that is what happens. We see our pure devotees. They have controlled yukta har viharasya. They have controlled their sleep. They have controlled all these four activities. Haridas Thakur would hardly sleep. Prabhupada writes that he would hardly sleep like now. The six Goswamis in Vrindavan, they will also hardly sleep like now. This is Raghunath Das Goswami slept only for 2 hours every day. Only two. Prabhupada himself, like he was like sleeping for probably not more than on an average 2 to 3 hours like. So this is these devotees, when these pure devotees, like they have controlled these four activities, like, and they are the sleep, they need less sleep to rejuvenate their body. We need some of us need 6 hours. Some of us need 8 hours. Other people you talk to them, they sleep for 10 hours or 12 hours. On the weekends, probably they get up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So all the different body types, so whatever. After these devotees, like now, who's sleeping, their sleep requirement of the body to take a rest becomes less and less as they become purified, as they progress spiritually. And that is what we say. All these people, spiritual people, like so advanced devotees, they require less and less sleep. The one of the reason is that they are sattvic. When you eat sattvic food, and you yukta har viharasya, ahar should be regulated. You should not eat too much. You should not eat too less. You should not eat too much. You should not eat too less. And especially in the night time, if you take less prasadam, less quantity, then or some devotees even take very light prasadam and early, not too late, then it's very easy to get up in the morning. Otherwise, getting up in the morning is really difficult, like no, really challenging, like no. So unless we have come to the that level, like no, that we have so much of purification that and this devotees who these pure devotees, they are sleeping for 2 hours. It's becomes natural for them. It's not that they are forcing themselves. Okay, I'm not going to sleep for more than 2 hours, and they set their alarm at okay, after 2 hours I have to get up. No, we have to put the alarm. I have to put the alarm when I have to get up at a different, too early in the morning. I have to put an alarm. Like I need an alarm, but for them, that becomes natural for them. That becomes like daily routine. That body does not require more than that sleep because they are so austere, they are so purified, they are spiritually so advanced. So this is Prabhupada. Raghunath Das Goswami used to take only buttermilk, one dona of buttermilk, and that too, some places written as the once in 3 days, like now. So he was eating so less, like now, then you don't need too much of sleep, like when you're eating so less. Srila Prabhupada, during his last days, he called Tamal Krishna Maharaj, and he says, like, uh, mating and defending. He said, Prabhupada said, I have given up mating and defending long back, like now. But now I am hardly eating and hardly sleeping. So I'm liberated. Prabhupada was always liberated, but he was just talking. So we sleep to rejuvenate ourselves, but sleeping is so difficult. Like people make resolutions. Like people make resolution whenever the Purushottam Mass comes, or Kartik Mass comes, or New Year comes. People make those resolutions. I'll start getting up in Brahma Muhurta from tomorrow, and then after some time, like they go back to their uh, old routine, like so this is that it's not easy to follow those to need some discipline, need some strict sadhana, so hardly and we see that in our everyday chant group, like so this is how many people come to chant in the morning, like this is so this tells us, like how it's very difficult to control sleep, get up early in the morning. Arjuna had controlled the sleep, and that's one of his name is Gudakesha, which also means that one who has conquered his sleep. And the other meaning is that he had some beautiful hair. So one devotee was telling in his class that why do we sleep? So if we sleep, so we forget our pains. Just when we are awake, we are struggling. This the whole material world is to Kalyama Shashvatam. Everyone is struggling. Everyone is fighting his own battle. This life is so hard that people enjoy going to sleep because they forget everything. And then, like, probably that's one of the reason why people get addicted to, like, they like drinking. When they get addicted to some liquor or drugs, or so they forget, like they forget their current struggle, the pains, the hardship of the life, and that's why they do that, and slowly they become addicted to that. So this is the devotee said people want to forget, like this is so that's why so that next day they forget for some time. So next day when they get up, they are rejuvenated, they have renewed energy, and they again ready for the next day, going to their work, or earning money, and whatever they are engaged into. So, but the sleep puts us in illusion. Sleep, we forget our real situation or condition, and we forget. When we go to sleep, we don't remember anything. We don't even remember where we are sleeping, what location, what city, which room. Like we don't remember anything, like now, and that's so it puts us into illusion. And when we see the dreams, Dreams, that is also perfect. All those are illusory, like that's not real. So this one of the devotee was uh, telling a story. He said he went to one of the temples, like, and he was giving his class, and he spoke about some dreams. And he mentioned that how the Srila Prabhupada also saw a dream. Prabhupada had a dream. He saw his spiritual master, His Holiness Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, in his dream. And this devotee in his class, he told that is so nice, so auspicious, so blissful, so blissful. He got blessed by his Guru Maharaj in his coming in the dream. He saw his Guru Maharaj. And then seeing the spiritual master is so auspicious. He was talking about glorifying that. And there was the old man, the old devotee, he told he told in the class, he said, Prabhuji, I saw Srila Prabhupada in my dream. So, okay, so what did he say? What instructions you got from him? He said, he told me to chant, do not chant 16 rounds, chant only 8 rounds. So this is like, this devotee is bewildered. Like, it's like, how can Prabhupada say this? Like, this is not what you saw. That is like agent of Maya trying to bewilder you. Like, so anything, unless it is in aligned to Guru, Sadhu and Sastra, you should not accept it. It's all tricks of Maya Devi, the tricks of this illusory energy of the Maya Devi, which keeps on not the Prabhupada instructing you to chant only eight rounds. So this aspect of sleep and dreams, so all that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. Chaitanya is a nice this part of sleep is part of our conditioned life. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and he gave us this that Bhakti Vinod Thakur's bhajan, Jeev Jago, Gaura Chand Bole. Kota Nidra Jao Maya Pisachir Kole. It's just like, wake up sleeping souls, wake up sleeping souls. How long will you sleep in the lap of the witch called Maya? That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is singing in his Sankirtan. And it says, Inechi Ausadhi Maya Nasibaro Lagi Hari Nam Maha Mantra Lao Tumi Magi. He said, I have come for you. I have come. The purpose of my avataral purpose of my descent is to wake you sleeping souls. Say, Inechi Ausadhi Maya. And I brought this Ausadhi. Inechi, I brought Ausadhi. Which Ausadhi? Maya Nasi Baro. Maya ka nas karne ki Ausadhi. What is that? Hari Nama Maha Mantra. He said, I brought this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I brought this mantra. I have brought this mantra, which is the Ausadhi to get rid of this Maya, get rid of this Nasi Barolagi. Ausadhi Maya Nasi Barolagi. So this is then also the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is to bring us out of this mode of ignorance, bring us and slowly when we become perfected in chanting, as or to the extent we become or we get perfection in chanting, our sleep will body will require less and less sleep. Like that is what happens with the pure devotees or advanced devotees. So it's what it does. It cheto darpana marjanam. As we get purified, marjanam, we get purified. Then we start seeing ourselves, this body separate from the soul. Separate. We start seeing this body separate from us, and that is how slowly come out of Maya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjan Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. So it says, I was born in the darkest of ignorance. Timirandasya. But my Guru Maharaj, my spiritual master has opened my eyes. Chakchurun militam ena tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. I pay my humble obeisances to my spiritual master. So this is because we have been sleeping for very, very, very long time. Like even if we are attached to this body, we're trying to control and enjoy our senses, to this material world through our senses, and we are attached to this body. We are attached to the extended connections of this body. This is a sleep. This is a sleep for us, and we have been sleeping. Like once after when the Brahma's night starts, after a day of Brahma, all these souls like this, they go back to the body of Mahavishnu, and in the body of Mahavishnu, we sleep for the whole night of Brahma, and that Brahma, when he gets up in the next morning, then he starts creating like. So we sleep for very, 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 very long time. The whole night of Brahma. Night of Brahma is 1,000 Chatur Yugas. 1,000 Chatur Yugas. We sleep for that long time. And when we come to this material world, this is illusion. This is a dream. Anything which is not temporary is not real. It's not only thing which is eternal is real. So this material world, if you see this, before our birth, this body was not there. After our death, this body will not be there. So the body is temporary. Temporary means it's not real. It's not real, so it's an illusion. It's a dream. So this living in this material world also is like a dream. Like this is an extended dream. It is a longer dream than the dream what we see in the night time. During we sleep for 6 hours, we see part of that sleep. We see the dream. That's a shorter dream, but this whole life is a dream if we are not trying to come out of this ignorance, come out of this Maya. If we don't try to reduce our attachment with this body, Deha Abhiman. So it's just body, me and mind. Unless we try to do that, that is also a sleep. And that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, I have come here to wake up sleeping souls. So this is our situation now. Because we are so much attached to this body, it's like we are in a sleeping state. We are watching the dream because this whole life is a dream. And that is what saying, Jiva Jago, Ghora Chanda Bole. So this is, Lord says that wake up sleeping souls. You have been, unless you take up to the spiritual life, you are not woken up. Unless you try to come out of this Maya Devi, this shackles of Maya Devi. And we are so fortunate that we are discussing the Srimad Bhagavatam every day on this call. Nityam Bhagavat Sevya. And this is the best book in the world. This Bhagavatam is the best book in the world. Like this is, and in the Bhagavatam, all these kathas, all the stories, what we see here, this is just a reciprocation of the Lord with his devotees. And in this story also, we see that this is a reciprocation of Lord with his devotee Chitraketu. He's reciprocating with Maharaj Chitraketu. So this is Lord tells Maharaj Chitraketu that we remain here for some time before you go back to spiritual world. And then we see that how the Maharaj Chitraketu was going, and he saw that Mother Parvati is sitting on the lap of Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva was giving a discourse on renunciation, the Vairagya. And then he laughed. He laughed, seeing that how is it like he's giving a lecture on Vairagya, and he's himself like having Mother Parvati on his sitting on his lap. And that he laughed. When he laughed, Mother Parvati was offended. She was offended, and she cursed him. He becomes Vritrasur, the demon Vritrasur body. But after he leaves that body, he goes back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. So I'll stop here. And it's 8:15. So how much time we have? Maybe we can do little bit of quick Ram Janma Ayodhya Mandir. So we see that one second. This is okay. So this is so Ram Mandir Ayodhya. We all see that. Let us spend some few minutes. This was a few minutes remembering all the sacrifice of thousands of Sanatan Dharma followers, Ram Bhaktas, like during this 500 years long struggle, which has brought fortune. We are so fortunate that we are witnessing this glorious moment when Lord Ram Lala deity is being installed in the new temple, which is under construction now in Ayodhya on January 22nd. So this is an appropriate opportunity to talk about and glorify and see, so remember, just take a pause, remember all those and pay our gratefulness, like no, and thank them, be grateful to them who all have sacrificed their lives to give us so that we can get a beautiful temple is being built now. So this it's a 500 years long struggle like now. So it's back in 1528. 1528 was when the Babar and his Senapati, the Mir Baki, they demolished the temple after on the dead bodies of 174,000 people. So 174,000 people were killed in that battle after this mosque was built on the top of the temple. Temple was destroyed. That was back in 1528. And we can say this because all this, the proofs are found like in the ACI by Archaeological Survey of India. They found all the proofs, and court has accepted those proofs that it was a temple below this disputed structure. So there's many Sanatanis, many of Sanatan Dharma followers, and they have spent more than their 50 years of their life just fighting this battle in the court to get the right to worship, to get back that land where this Babari structure was there. So Ayodhya is Bhagwan Ram's his own birthplace, and all the Shastras, they tell us like, no, Ram was born in Ayodhya, and this Ayodhya Nagari was established by Vaswat Manu himself. And then Kusha, he built the Janmabhoomi Mandir. And then all the Survansis, the Suryavans, the kings of the Survansas, they ruled there for many generations. So then after that, Vikramaditya, after he came, when he came, he was in Bihar, in the Nalanda, and once he came to Ayodhya, and he found with the help of the local people, like, and he built a big temple there. And he not only he built a big temple, he built a lot of the wells, the ponds, and he built a temple on top of this 84 pillars, like 84 pillars. So all that so Vikramaditya was the one who built the temple, like, and then that temple was destroyed by Babar, and his Senapati, the Mir Baki, was very, very instrumental too in that. Thousands of sadhus, sons, for a long time, they have been trying, they have been fighting, but not successful, like before the fighting with the Mughals, fighting with the might of Mughals, that is not, they have not been successful. They have been fighting different battles in the small groups. When the Aurangzeb became the ruler, then one disciple of Samartha Ramadas, this is he with the Chimtadhari sadhus, and he took the help from Guru Gobind Singh. He also organized he fought a big battle, but again that was they were defeated by the Mughals. And but in close to from 1528 to 1717, after 200 years, the Jai Singh II from Rajasthan, but he tried to get the surrounding land of the at least the land surrounding that Babri structure, and what he did, he made but he was not successful. But what he did, he made a chabutra. It's called chabutra outside that Babri structure, where the Hindus were allowed to pray, allowed to worship on top of that raised platform, that chabutra, and all the Muslims were, during the British time, Muslims were allowed to go in and perform or offer their prayers or namaz, but Hindus were worshipping outside on this chabutra. And then 1885, the Nirmohi Akhada, that's the main party, so 1885 means they've been fighting for so long for this. They are still there, they're still one of the parties, but 1885 was long back, So the one, so this one of the Mahant of Nirmohi Akhada, Raghuveer Das, he wanted a canopy on that raised platform, that chabutra on top of it. But that was denied, that was not accepted. And since then, this is the devotees like Ram, they have fought around 76 battles have been fought, thousands of lives have been sacrificed, and then came August 15, 1947, when we got independence. There was a renewed energy to get back this Ayodhya and built a temple there. And then in 1949, suddenly the Ramlala deity appeared inside that Babri structure. Nobody knows how did it appear. The Ramlala deities, they appeared inside the Babri structure. At that time, the Prime Minister was Jawaharlal Nehru. He ordered the local administration, the local collector, to remove that Ramlala deity from Babri structure. Then Ayodhya's collector was K.K. Nayyar that time. So the K.K. Nayyar, he wrote back, and he said that it's not possible because without the huge this Narsanghar, this is not possible. And he said he refused and resigned. The government, but the government did not accept his resignation, and then the Babri structure was locked. So it was completely locked. They put a lock on it, and only pujaris was allowed to go to worship once in a year. So once in a year, the pujari was allowed to go and worship Ramlala inside that Babri structure. So that the time went by. In 1984, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, they called for a Dharma Sansad. They organized a Dharma Sansad in Vigyan Bhavan in Delhi, where they formed this Mukti Yagna Samiti was formed, and under the leadership of those Vishweshwar Tirth Swami, the movement was started. And Vishweshwar Tirth Swami, he was Parabuji Vishweshwar Tirth Swami. He started under his leadership. VHP started this huge movement, and that Swami ji said that mere Jeevan Kal mein hi faisla hoga, and that is what has happened. So there, the whole there were renewed energy. A lot of yatras was taken out. Ram Jyoti Yatra, Ram Janki Yatra. Then 1990, VHP decided to build the temple next to that Babri structure. And they called for all the devotees, Ram devotees around the country. And they asked, like, no, so, Ram Shila. So they, all this, the 275,000 villages, they sent the Ram Shila for the construction of the temple next to the Babri structure. So this is, and the first Shila was installed in Shila Pujan. That Shila Pujan, first Shila was installed in back in 1990. And that was the time the Nalke Advani, the BJP president that time, he brought out that Yatra, the Yatra from Somnath to Ayodhya, which created a very favorable environment. And then in the meantime, like, the court was transferred to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court decided, hired, and Supreme Court ordered to hire a Canadian agency. Canadian agency was hired, and they did some advanced radar sensing technology used, and they confirmed that there is a solid structure below this Babri structure. And after that, Supreme Court asked ASI to do some digging, like, no. And ASI did the digging, and they found all the evidences that proved that, yes, there was a temple below this structure. And then I think that time the court was in High Court. And then High Court, Allahabad High Court, they said, okay, all this land will be distributed between the Nirmohi Akhada Sunni Waqf Board and RJB Trust in one third, but they didn't, they all appealed in Supreme Court. And then in the meantime, 1990, on the VHP's call, lot of thousands and lakhs of car sevak, they went to Ayodhya. And we know that in 1992, then that lot of people were killed. Mulayam Singh Yadav, that chief minister that time, he ordered fire on this devotees, and a lot of devotees were killed. But finally, this brothers, the Kothari brothers of Calcutta, they hoisted the flag on top of this disputed structure. And the disputed structure was gone back in 1992. They hoisted flag in 1990, and in 1992, the Babri structure was destroyed. So finally, now this Supreme Court gave its final decision back in 2019, and they decided. They said, yes, there was a temple, so they gave all 67 acres of land to Ram Lala. So all these 67 acres of land belongs to Ram Lala, and they ordered the government to form a trust, and the government formed a trust. This trust is called Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust. They got all this land, and now this beautiful temple is being built. And this is going to be they say this is the third biggest Sanatani temple in the world. So this is going to be a beautiful temple. Thus, this architects, Sompura architect, they're building. They have designed this temple. They have been working for a long time. And these are the Sompura architects. This main person is Chandrakant Sompura. And his sons, Nikhil and Ashish, they have researched, and they have visited a lot of temples. They specialize in designing temples. They did, as I said, they did Somnath. They designed Somnath temple also. And this model they made, and this is designed in accordance with the Vastu Shastra and Silpa Shastra. And the model was first time displayed in 2019 in Kumbh Mela in Prayag. And there is no steel or iron is used in building. It will be used in this building, this temple. So it will be all built with the interlocked stones, like that. Because they say that using that steel rods or iron rod, this reduces the life of the structure life. So they're not using that. Instead, they'll use that white cement, copper, and wood would be used. And this is designed for 1,000 years of life. This whole temple will be designed to stay for minimum for 1,000 years. And then it may be many more years. The other thing is that only the Ram inscribed bricks will be used in building this temple. Then there will be also they making a Smriti Smarak in remembrance of those who sacrificed their lives. And that Smriti Smarak will be built using the shilas offered by those people who died in this conflict, died in firing. And during the whole this 500 years of struggle in remembrance of those and making those Smriti Smarak. This is going to be the symbol of national unity. And this is the way it is planned, that they bring this mitti, the soil from different holy places around India, different places, and they're bringing the water from different holy rivers around the India, and they're using that water and river. They mix it with that water and soil there, and use that in building that temple. So that is going to be the symbol of national unity. So, and there is also this, because Mother Sita stayed in Ashok Vatika, and then Ashok Vatika, that place is in Sri Lanka. So they are bringing some Shila from Sri Lanka. And who's bringing that? One of the Sri Lankan minister from Sri Lankan government. He is bringing that Shila from Ashok Vatika, and that Shila will be used in this building this temple too. Will be included in this. The estimated cost of this is around 2,000 crores. And even one person, they say one person said he can pay all the money for this temple, but the trust did not agree to that. They wanted this temple to be contributed by everyone. So all the VHP volunteers, they approached, they went door to door, they collected donations, donation, and that money will be used to build this temple. Another important thing, our ISKCON is very much involved. The ISKCON temples help. ISKCON temples have been helping in building this temple, collecting donations on that behalf and giving it to them. So they are ISKCON temples. They have been invited, and they are around 500 devotees, more than 500 devotees from all over the India, the ISKCON temple. They have been invited. They are going there, and they will be doing the Bhagavad Gita, the book distribution and prasadam distribution there, and Harinam Kirtan. There's a plan to distribute 800,000 Bhagavad Gitas free of cost. So this is, and there's a Padayatra from east of Kailash in Delhi to Ayodhya. And it has already started on December 10th, and they will arrive in Ayodhya in 41 days. That Padayatra has already started. The devotees are walking to Ayodhya from Delhi. In Ayodhya, the ISKCON is going to also establish a ISKCON kitchen, and they'll distribute free prasadam to everyone who comes to their kitchen. L&T is the main contractor. L&T is the main contractor. L&T is a big company in India, and they are the main contractor. Actually, they are a global company, so they are main contractor, and they are providing their services free of cost. They are not charged for building this temple and developing that whole complex. So this is all started after Bhumi Pujan was done, by Narendra Modi. So pink sandstone will be used for carving, and there are more than 1,000 workers are brought from Rajasthan, and they're working on the carving those pink stones. This temple is in around little less than 3 acres, 2.75 acre land. That built area. Total complex is 67 acres, but the temple, within the walls of the temple, is 2.75 acres. The 360 feet long, 235 wide, 161 height, and there will be 3 floors, and each floor is going to be 20 feet high. So this is, and there's the foundation will be 50 feet deep foundation like now. So this is because they have to design it for 1,000 years of lifetime. So therefore, it will have different 12 gates and 5 domes, and a lot of those details are there. At a given time, they say from 80,000 to 100,000 devotees can participate in that any celebrations in the temple. That's how much space they have designed. They are building a lot of renewable energy to power the needs of the temple, solar panels and all. They are being used. And this temple will have the Ram Lala. So Kishore form of Kishore roop mein Bhagwan honge wahan pe. It's a 5 years old form of Lord Ram. That is how this Ram Lala deity, original deities were. In the Kishore roop mein 5 years old Lord Ram, but with bow and arrow. So there were three deities were carved by in the 3 places, 2 in Karnataka and 1 in Rajasthan. And out of the 3 deities, they've selected one of 3 on January 17th, which will be finally installed on 22nd, and that will be installed on a golden throne by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The way this deity will be facing east, and say on the day of Ramanavami, the first sun rays will fall on its face, on Lord's forehead, that is how it is designed. The deity is going to be 52-inch tall. The original deities, which are 10 inches, 9 to 10 inches or 12 inches, they'll be used in Utsav Murti. And this new deity, that will be the fixed deities now on the altar. And these are 52-inch long and 3 feet the lotus pedestal. The total, it will be 8 feet high. And they have also putting a time capsule. The time capsule below the ground, 2,000 feet below the ground. They're putting a time capsule. And what is this time capsule? This time capsule will have all the information, how this temple was built, when this was built, and how all that information to avoid any future conflicts, or as a proof in case of any future conflicts. And it is said that a time capsule can keep that information protected intact for very, very, very long time. So this is there. Other than that, there'll be a bell, the Ghanta Mandir. The main, it will be 2,100 kilograms in weight, and it will cost 10 lakh rupees. It's main bell, and on the entrance will be it will be 6 feet in diameter and 5 feet high. Other than that, they are bringing another bell from Rameshwaram. It's 613 kilograms, but his sound can be heard from 10 kilometers away. So this is on 22nd. 10,000 devotees will be there. They're also building a museum on one of the floors. The temple has 3 floors. One of the floors will be museums based on all these archaeological findings, the artifacts, what they found during digging. They'll be displayed in that museum. The government is this international airport has been already built, the Maharshi Valmiki International Airport, and this airport and railway stations. There's hundreds of trains are connected to different parts. The helicopter service has started from being started from different cities. So all that is going on. So this is being developed as a nice tourist place. We all should plan to visit during. We should watch it on 21st. Baltimore Temple has a program, so we'll be attending that program, and we'll be offering the lambs to Lord Ram, and we'll doing some Ram Katha and Ram Bhajans that day on 21st. But 22nd, it will be it will be live telecast this from Ayodhya. we all should, if we have time, then we should watch it on the TV. And whenever you are in India during your next visit, you should go and visit Ayodhya. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. It's 8:40. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions or comments, please, we can discuss at this time. Thank you very much for your time. Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai. Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Ayodhya Mandir ki jai. Ram Lala Bhagwan ki jai. Bhakta Jano ki jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this nectarian class and so much information you gave on this Ram Ayodhya Mandir opening. Very statistical details, which was.
जब तक माता जी डिटेल्स नहीं मालूम होती हमारी श्रद्धा नहीं बढ़ती है.
हाँ, yes.
इसलिए डिटेल्स देनी पड़ती है.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much bringing up this topic also and giving class on this topic. And
Thank you.
So original DT is that they're making Utsav DT, right? You said.
Right.
Yeah, it's awesome. And yeah, we are eager to go and visit that temple now.
Yeah, like this is whenever probably in the next visit we'll also plan to go, and it's close, like we are in Kanpur, so from my place it's just 3 hours. Not
wow, so nice. But there might be like online booking or like that. भी पता चलेगा ना तो धीरे-धीरे.
Yeah, they are connecting hundreds of trains to Ayodhya, and they have now helicopter service from 6 cities. They're starting regular helicopter service from major cities, and there are also flights from, it's an international airport, and there's a flight from every major city. So you will have Pune to Ayodhya flight, direct flight.
Oh, that's great. And I remember, Prabhuji, you was telling in 1985, I guess, that all the people, they requested to bring puja and they were sending to Ayodhya Ram Mandir. So me and my parents, we got the privilege to do the puja of that brick and we send it to Ayodhya. So that dream is coming true now.
Shila Pujan, right? Yeah, I also remember those Shila Pujan, like when Shilas were sent from different all the states all over India, they were sent to Ayodhya for building that temple what VHP planned next to that structure, because till that time we did not have the right to build at that exact location, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. So that was done by Advani government, right? That time.
Yeah, 1990. That Advani ji, that it was that time when he brought out that Rath Yatra from Somnath to Ayodhya, and that was the idea. Like when Advani's Rath Yatra arrives in Ayodhya, then they'll do the Shilanyas and Pujan, and they'll start building, and then I think that Advani was arrested on the Bihar border, and then still they were not allowed to do that Shilanyas.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I request everybody, the devotees, if you have any question, please go ahead and ask.
Prabhuji, please, Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Prabhuji, it was very excellent class. It gave such a wonderful information. One thing I missed, like you told, how many Bhagavad Gitas they are going to take during that day?
800. It's not in one day, but it's like this is a 10-day long celebration, 10-day long ceremony, right? So from Makar Sankranti till 24th of January. So 15th to 24th. So it's like 10 days. So they'll distribute 800,000 Bhagavad. That is ISKCON's plan, to distribute 800,000 Bhagavad Gitas in the 10 days. And so that is the plan.
That's nice. And also the kitchen, you said for
ISKCON
prasadam.
kitchen. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are setting up that
Yeah,
kitchen.
that is also another good
Is it
service.
going to set by Gauranga Prabhu or from Delhi ISKCON? You don't
Uh,
know.
I don't know the details. I don't know the
Mm.
details, but mainly it is based from ISKCON Delhi. ISKCON Delhi
Yeah.
is very close to this, like
Yeah.
It will be easy for them. Yeah.
yeah, it's easy for them. This is beautiful. This Padayatra is going right. Like devotees are walking to Ayodhya. They
Yeah.
started in this December 10th. They started, and now 41 days they'll arrive there.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's very nice,
Yeah,
actually.
Shamarasika, Prabhuji, I just would like to request you and Shamarasika also can arrange that. Like we can, on 22nd is the opening, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you have time, if we can, I don't know who is speaking on Monday. It will be Monday, correct, Prabhuji? Actually.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but okay. So if Shamarasika see if we can, Prabhuji is okay, his time schedule and class on the same topic will be really, and we can invite more devotees to join the conference that day.
Yeah, probably I'm not available, but whosoever is speaking that day, you can request him. Like we can
Okay.
talk about it. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that can also be done. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
know who is there on Monday, but
Yeah. I will check and let you know.
yeah,
That will be nice. That will be nice. Good idea. Yes, very
Yes.
nice.
yeah, because same day we can do some, you know, uh, s- like we can invite as many as devotees on the call that day. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of people would like to join that kind of call, right?
Yeah, because the information you gave, it was really like we can say, like many things we don't know, and which like after your class, it was disclosed, so many things. So it was really nice.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. And like I believe that unless these details are known, these details like no, हमारे श्रद्धा बढ़ती है, faith बढ़ता है थोड़ा, right? So that's why it's important.
Yes, that's correct, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, Krishna Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna,
In
Prabhu.
class.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Pranam. Yeah, and especially the Ram Janmabhoomi, Ram Temple background. It was so much information I didn't know. It was so nice to hear. And it's also very nice to be part of the Dharmic revolution, Dharmic revival in India. We see over, we have not been in India. I mean, though we've been to India, but when I go to India, I do not get to visit many places, but from the YouTube and online, the Dharmic revolution is very strong, and that is gaining ground. But the related question is that we know that without Varnashrama Dharma, humans are not humans, humans are animals. So the constitution, when will it be changed to accept Varnashrama Dharma? That is the Manusmriti, either whichever version. So that and how does it relate? This uniform civil code is basically contrary to that idea of this thing, right? The establishing the Varnashrama Dharma for the Sanatanis.
Yeah, the Uniform Civil Code. So that's like that. There are a lot of in India. Different rules for different religious groups, right? Different.
Yeah, that's what it was there from Parikshit, King Parikshit time also. Whatever that.
Lot of things were changed during Congress's time.
Yeah.
So there were like lot of things. They brought some many new things, like some Muslims were given lot of things, like polygamy is allowed, not for Hindus, for Muslims only, and all. There's so many things like. So all that so this is Uniform Civil Code. I think they're not touching all the part of it, but in whatever we see and in our day-to-day life, like, they said those things should be common for everyone, all the citizens of India, irrespective of what religion you are in, right? So that probably is a good thing, but I don't. They're not going to touch something which is very, which may create more conflict religion-wise. So,
No,
but I don't know, Prabhu, on that. So.
In Bangladesh, there is no uniform civil code. Bangladesh Hindus are governed by Manusmriti and Islam and Islamic code. So Manusmriti is very much acceptable. It is perfectly given by the Supreme Lord for the benefit of the Sanatanis, who followers of Varnashrama Dharma. So why can't this Manusmriti be implemented for the Hindus?
Yeah, Prabhu, like, probably I'm not the right person to discuss on that, what government is going to do. But yeah, there's so many possibilities, so many things can be done. But it's like sometimes what happens, Prabhu, whatever you do, if I don't like you, I'll find a way to oppose you. Right. This is what's happening in India. Like, everything, even the good things, what BJP is doing such a wonderful job, but a lot of opposition is still against them, criticizing them. Like, a lot of all these people were invited for this to attend this ceremony on 22nd. The whole many Congress leaders and opposition leaders, they declined it. They are like, they see politics in everything. Like, so they don't see Lord Ram above the politics. Like, so all that. There's so many things. It's not. We are not talking to pure devotees, Prabhu. You're talking to people who are in this material world and too much attached to this bodily conception of life, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're even you as a devotee may see certain things that this is like this is how it should be, but when you not everyone sees who's not a devotee, right? In
Yeah, I
that
mean,
way.
yeah, correct. Even if
So it's all it's all not that easy because India is so diverse, like, right?
yeah,
As you said, if they have if they want to give that freedom, that all these religious sects or will be ruled by their own scriptures, or that's going to make it more complicated. So many groups are there in India. But probably we are not the right person. We can only we are not even to discuss all that like that. So ultimately, I believe in one thing, that whatever happens, Krishna is in control. Nothing happens outside the plan of Krishna.
yeah, correct. But we should also.
So this is whatever contribution you can provide easily. Then that is we should take the advantage of that and just purify ourselves. Not so that's the only thing, right?
Yeah.
We should just use this conditions to purify ourselves and just see how we can purify ourselves and advance in Krishna consciousness. So this is because when we try to control this material energy, that's not the right way. We'll never be successful.
Yeah.
Mammaya Durattaya, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So, all right, thank you, Mataji. I have a 9 o'clock office meeting.
Remember that verse. Yasastavidhi mutsrijya vartate kamakarata nasa siddhim avapnati na sukham na padam gatim tasmat sastram pramanam. All these current Indian politicians, mostly other than BJP and the associated ones, they are in that category, demons.
Yeah, Prabhu, all this everyone has his own agenda, his own, right? But and like we have to just see how best we can take advantage and just purify ourselves and advance in Krishna consciousness. But this is material world. These things will always be there. It's never going to be 100% conducive to what we think it should be, right?
Yeah.
So you have to just utilize the whatever facilities we have, whatever environment we have, whatever place, time, place, and circumstances we are in, just to and try to just purify ourselves, right?
Hope and pray that the Lord Ram Lala has come. Now Ram Raja also will come.
Absolutely, yeah. At least BJP is better than others.
Yes.
They may not be perfect, but they're better, a lot better than others. Like so.
100 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
this
Prabhuji.
meditation class. And Vancha Kalpataruvesha Kripa Sindhu Vevacha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. अनंत कोटि रक्षाबंध की जय, नमाचार्य श्री दास ठाकुर की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, ग्रंथराज भागवतम की जय, His Grace Vrindavan Vijay Prabhu ji ki jai. Thank you so much, Prabhu ji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.